Okay, this is one of those Dragon Ball questions that's been around for quite some time now. I mean, given how Dragon Ball Super introduced a million characters and power-ups, it's only natural that OG powerhouses are compared to the new forms in town. But to answer that question, we have to go all the way back to Dragon Ball GT, a show that most of us wrote off as mid right away. That is, until Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta appeared on the screen. So, with that being said, let's go through what exactly makes this character the best Saiyan transformation / fusion in Dragon Ball. Let's get it! Number 1. Gogeta was way ahead of its time. We've seen stuff like this all the time on the internet. Be it smartphones or random gadgets, some things tend to have time traveled from the future without knowing so themselves. The same holds true when it comes to the 8 Fusion Saiyan himself, with Omega Shenron being the only villain who's had a taste of those fists. We don't have a soul to put that experience into words, but one thing's for certain, from the looks of it, anyone could tell how much of a one-sided massacre it was. From getting beaten up from every direction to becoming the bully in an instant, who knew a troll dance could make you a god in a couple of seconds? To be honest, it's not even a fight once you're past that point. It's just Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta playing with his food. That is, until he finally decides to burn it to a crisp. And mind you, that Omega Shenron was the most powerful form of the guy himself. I still remember how hype and adrenaline packed the whole sequence was. Our very own 2-in-1 hero, giving the villain the shonen protagonist treatment for what seemed like an eternity. Number 2. Fight hard, style harder. Look at the pants, look at the drip, look at the hair, look at the jacket. Gogeta is styling! This guy's lit. This man's costume went from A1 to 1A. I don't even know what that means, but this man just turned it up so hard I had to say it. Bro, this guy is the epitome of cool. When Super Saiyan 4 was first introduced and they introduced that red fur on Goku, I instantly fell in love, and based on the fandom, I can definitely say I'm not the only one. And eventually giving Vegeta that power as well with that machine, and then having them fuse into Gogeta, that looked absolutely insane. I mean, I don't think there's a better fusion in terms of style and character animation than Gogeta. He looks absolutely bonkers. Number 3, a power level that smashed any character, let alone any scouter in the galaxy. I don't think I need to remind anyone of the fact that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was fighting using his eyes. Yes, you heard it right, his eyes. None of the Dragon Ball characters, no matter how much of a god they were, have used their eyes to hurt the one in front of them in any way before. But Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was doing it, and whilst doing so, he wasn't breaking a sweat at all. Let's cite a bunch of examples here, since Bandai Namco have made sure that the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta hype train hasn't died, even more than 2 decades later. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was announced for Dragon Ball FighterZ not that long ago, and we all know how broken of a character he was. Even V-Jump, a subdivision of the Jump line, went on to say in one of the scans that the power level of Gogeta, the base one from the movie Fusion Reborn, is 2.5 billion. But still, that seems like an understatement if I'm being honest here. We've seen how much of a beast the Stardust fused Super Saiyan was in that movie, and with Super Saiyan 4 taking it up more than just 3 levels, numbers aren't enough to put his strength into words in my honest opinion. Needless to say, Dragon Ball GT was set years after Dragon Ball Z. That only makes Goku and the others become a lot stronger than they were during their fight with Kid Buu with that time skip. Furthermore, Goku even mentioned to the first villain of GT how he was stronger than Buu. I know, makes 0 sense, but Toei sure went full acid drunk while doing GT. The power levels were just off the top. I wish Omega Shenron was alive and kicking so we could send in one of our reporters for an interview, but that guy is long dead and the killer is celebrated like the ultimate hero of the universe. How cruel has the world become, right? Ban Goku and Vegeta, these men are OP. Number 4, flashy moves that are powerful enough to shatter galaxies. Okay, that's a weird way to start off our next point, but bear with me here. We've seen the base Super Saiyan Gogeta shatter the afterlife during his fight with Janemba, and Vegito making sure Buu gets a taste of his own medicine. But when it comes to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, things get a little crazy. If the 100 times Big Bang Kamehameha wasn't enough, even if it was more than what was needed to wipe Omega Shenron's existence off the planet, the video games coming up later on made it clear just how absurdly powerful the form exactly is. Looking back at Budokai Tenkaichi 3, everyone's favorite Dragon Ball game of all time, I stand on that hill, the manual clearly said how the character was 10 times the power of both Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and how his super move did more than twice the damage of any average super move in the game. Like, what even is this? Moreover, beating your own brother at the game using this broken character just brought a smile onto our faces, didn't it? I wish they'd added the biggest downside to the fused form though, the 10-minute rule, instead of the 30-minute fusion law that seemed to amaze even Goku and Vegeta themselves. That just shows how much of a toll the form took on their bodies, that they had to get things done in 10 minutes or Goku and Vegeta would be having the tables turn on them right after. The final verdict: despite Dragon Ball Super having come a long way with a lot of new characters and forms and transformations, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta still remains a memorable character. Sure, he's been overshadowed by the insane amount of transformations that we've had over the years between Goku and Vegeta, and I guess now Beast Gohan as well. But the OG Red with that A-pair fusion still stands at the top of the ladder, sitting on that throne that Vegeta used to warm his ass on during his time at the planet Vegeta. Sure, we don't know what fusion transformations Toei has in store for us next, but I don't see any of them coming close to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta anytime soon. But one thing's for certain, with the power level of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta being infinite at worst, there's not a single character that would be able to take a punch from the guy and leave the battle unscathed. Thanks for watching today's video, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss another update. Until next time, peace.